I'm Chris Berman. Well, let's get straight to the action. In our first game this week, we had the Eagles end up with an 8-point victory. Charles Lee pulled down 100-plus receiving yards and helped his Buccaneers beat the Jaguars. Right on the Mississippi River in St. Louis, we had the Rams end up on the short end of an 18-point shtick. Up at Giant Stadium, we had the Jets get sent away with a 7-point loss. The Seahawks accumulated over 150 return yards in their win at Lambeau Field. The Broncos won at home and will stay home for next week's game when they meet the Ravens. Bears, Raiders. Justin Fargas is in the backfield. The ball is at the 40-yard line, and the lead man throws a block, shakes off one tackle, bounces outside. Now it's a foot race. The 10, the 5, touchdown. The Raiders win this one by the final score of 16-7. Jabbar Gaffney had over 50 yards receiving and helped his Texans beat the Colts. In the nation's capital, Washington, D.C., we had the Redskins ending up on the wrong end of an 8-point game. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. Hardy might be the biggest loss on this list. He's suffering from a stress fracture in his foot, and he'll be out for 9 weeks. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own mash unit. Figueroa is probably the one that most leaps out at you. Notes from the team doctors said it's a broken thigh bone, and that he'll likely be out for 9 weeks. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
Down at Pro Player Stadium, we had the Dolphins edge their way to a narrow 3-point win. The Lions' defense got to the quarterback 4 times in their win at Arrowhead Stadium. Chargers, Bengals. Johnson's in the backfield. The ball is at the 40-yard line, and the lead man throws a block, shakes off one tackle, bounces outside. Now it's a foot race. The 10, the 5, touchdown. The Chargers go on to win this by the final score of 21-17. And in our final game, we had the Cowboys come away victorious.
All right, Chris, let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League, as free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. Sam Madison is on the move, as you see, as he accepts a pretty good offer to leave his current club. 6 years, $20.4 million. On top of that, a $2.0 million signing bonus. Mason will also be locked up for a while as he signs a healthy 6-year contract with the Colts. Gary Walker will have a new place to call home as he accepts a new contract. 4 years, $9.1 million. Brenson Buckner will also be locked up for a while as he signs a healthy 6-year contract with the Vikings.
So, as usual, plenty of surprises around the NFL. And heck, we've just gotten to week 1. My primetime players' game balls go out to these gentlemen, each one with a fine start to the season. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.